Where's Jason? Or do you want to go like right here? So I can see a little better. Ouch. Okay, how many do we need? Five? Five? Ashley said she just fine for me. Okay, so we'll just do right here. So we'll do five. Five. One more. And then when Ashley gets at the end. Aww. Yeah, me too. Like
Give me your coat.
Sorry.
miss you guys. It's just the way we're staying.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't lie to me. We're going to
Oh, you want to get it? Where'd it go? Oh, right here?
That's a pretty impressive looking bunch, isn't it? All right, parents, guardians, family, friends, students, those watching live on YouTube, honored guests, faculty, staff, and graduates. My name is Troy Kratz. I'm the principal of Poudre Community Academy, and I welcome you to our 2023 commencement ceremony. Before we get started, let me take this opportunity to introduce some special guests we have here with us this morning. Joining us from the Poudre School District Board of Education is President Rob Pedersen, Vice President Kristen Draper, Director DJ Anderson, Director Carolyn Reed, Director Nate Donovan, and Director Jessica Zamora. Also joining us is Brian Kingsley, our Superintendent of Schools, Scott Nielsen, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Schools, Dr. Tracy Guile, Assistant Superintendent of Elementary Schools, and Lauren Hooten, Poudre School District Chief of Staff. Thank you all for being here this morning. Graduates, what amazing sight it is to see you all here this morning as we come together to celebrate you and this great achievement of high school graduation. Each year, we sit up here and marvel at what our students have overcome to get to this point. We talk about the challenges and obstacles that almost kept you from this stage. You will hear about some of these challenges firsthand later in the ceremony, so before we get there, I want to share a few things with you. First, I want to congratulate you for being our largest graduating class in the history of PCA. This class is currently 68 high school graduates with another dozen to finish this summer that range in age from 16 to 28. Yes. Unfortunately, not everyone could be here to celebrate with us, as some have already moved on with the next chapter of their life, but we will recognize them before we get to the diplomas later on. As I looked back on this class, I see so many different stories and pathways to this culminating moment. No one can understand exactly what you have overcome unless they have also experienced the same struggles and obstacles. Homelessness, parenting, debilitating anxiety, or depression, personal struggles, and catastrophic loss are just a few of those obstacles. How you came to us at PCA has just as many different pathways. Some of you came to our orientation looking to make a change and find personal success, while others, it was a call from a desperate parent looking for help. Some members of this class ignored my text messages for a few years before finally responding, ready to get it done. Some of you discovered that you did need this diploma for your next journey in life and came back laser-focused on finishing. For some of you, our time together was short, as you came to PCA just a few months ago, while some of you have been with us since 8th grade or even earlier. No matter how you got here, the fact that you made it is what matters. Many people take high school graduation for granted. You may have at some point, but each of you now know that it is not a given. You are now being given the opportunity that some people around the world only dream about. Opportunity, that is what you have now. Even in the next chapter, if the next chapter of your life is uncertain, the diploma that you are about to receive gives you opportunity. Additional opportunities in the workforce, post-secondary education, or to enlist in the armed forces to serve our country. It gives you the opportunity to be proud of yourself for seeing it through to the end, and even when you were told by others, or at times yourself, that you couldn't or wouldn't make it. This moment can never be taken away from you. I challenge you to look back at this time when things get tough and remember that you do have what it takes. I also challenge you to dream big and take risks as you move forward in life. I'm going to leave you with a poem about risk by William Arthur Ward. To laugh is to risk appearing a fool. To weep is to risk appearing sentimental. To reach out to another is to risk involvement. To expose feelings is to risk exposing your true self. To place your ideas and dreams before a crowd is to risk their loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To hope is to risk despair. To try is to risk failure. But risks must be taken because the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, does nothing, has nothing, is nothing. He may avoid suffering and sorrow, but he cannot learn, feel, change, grow, or live. Chained by his servitude, he is a slave who forfeited all freedom. Only a person who risks is free. The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. And the realist adjusts the sails. I encourage you to never stop adjusting your sails, and I congratulate you, the class of 2023. Before we move on, I would like to take a moment to recognize our graduate on stage that has already made a huge commitment for the next chapter after graduation by enlisting to serve our country in the military. But first, as we approach Memorial Day and we are thinking of our military, I want to take a moment to recognize those in the audience that have served. So if you are a veteran of the armed forces or currently active duty, will you please stand and be recognized? I would like to thank you all for your service, and I would also like to ask Marcos Madrigal to stand. Marcos Madrigal has enlisted to serve our country in the U.S. Marine Corps, so we wish him all the best. Thank you, Marcos. I would like now to bring up a staff member that was selected by the graduates to address us here today. Derek Olson is our Social Studies Department head who has a few words to share, so please welcome Derek Olson.
Well, good morning, graduates, distinguished faculties, and family and friends. It's an honor to stand before you today on this momentous occasion as we celebrate the academic achievements of the graduating class of 2023. As we gather here to mark the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, I'm reminded of a powerful quote by Maya Angelou that speaks to the essence of this moment. I've learned that people forget what you said, people forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This quote reminds us that while today's certainly about celebrating your academic accomplishments, it's also about recognizing the people who've supported you throughout this journey and made you feel valued and loved. It's about acknowledging the relationships and connections that have enriched your lives and helped shape you into the individuals that you are today. As we look back on the past and look ahead to the future, I urge you to keep this quote in mind and to remember the importance of kindness, compassion, and empathy as you go forth into the world. I'm honored to be standing here today as one of your teachers and to celebrate this momentous occasion with you all. Today we celebrate not only your graduation, but also the end of a journey and the start of a new one. You are now equipped with the tools, skills, and knowledge to pursue your dreams and achieve greatness. But first I want to acknowledge the unique path that has brought you to PCA. Each of you has faced challenges, setbacks, and obstacles that might have discouraged you from reaching this moment. You may have struggled in traditional school settings, faced adversity at home, or battled with personal demons. But you persisted, and you found a way to overcome these obstacles. Your success is a testament to your resilience, perseverance, and determination. You've proven that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to education, and that every student has the potential to succeed if given the right support, guidance, and opportunities. As we reflect on your journey, as a history teacher, I want to remind you that history is not just a collection of names, dates, and events, but it's also a story of human struggles, triumphs, and lessons. You can learn from the past to shape your future, and you can use your experiences to create a better world. In many ways, you are already doing that. You've shown compassion and empathy for your classmates, volunteered in your communities, and advocated for causes that matter to you. You've shown that you are not just passive observers in history, but active participants in shaping it. As you move on to the next chapter of your lives, I urge you to continue to be active participants in your communities and the world. You have the power to make a difference, to challenge the status quo, and to create a better future for all. But I also want to remind you that success is not just about achieving your goals, but it's also about the journey. Life is full of ups and downs, and you will face many challenges and setbacks in the future. But remember that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow, and every success is a chance to inspire and uplift others. Finally, I want to express my heartfelt congratulations to you all. You've worked hard, and you've earned this moment of celebration. As you walk across this stage, remember that you are not just graduates of PCA, but you're also ambassadors of hope, resilience, and determination. So I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I look forward to hearing about your achievements and accomplishments. Congratulations once again, and may you continue to make history in your own unique ways.
At this time, we're going to hear from our salutatorian of the class of 2023, Keenan Thomas, will share some words.
Good morning, my fellow graduates, friends, and family. Thank you all for coming and celebrating our accomplishments with us today. Struggle and triumph. I believe these two words can define the educational journey for not just myself, but for most graduates on this stage today. A bit about myself, I essentially have been at PCA since 6th grade. I was expelled from Lincoln Middle School during the second half of 6th grade and was placed into the Journey program, which at the time was on PCA campus. Leading up to my expulsion, I wasn't a relatively good student. I often found myself sitting at a desk in the school suspension room or in the dean's office waiting for my mother to pick me up. When I was expelled, it was the worst news I'd ever received at that point in my life. I felt as if I not only let myself down, but my family as well. Being expelled truly felt like the end of the road for me. I felt as if I no longer had a chance to succeed, but I soon found out that my intuition was wrong. Although my time in the Journey program was no walk in the park, for the first time, I felt surrounded by teachers who truly cared about me and wanted me to succeed. Because of my experience in the Journey program, I knew that once my expulsion was over, I wanted to attend PCA, and I decided to enroll in the 8th grade program. Attending PCA was the best decision I've ever made, and I can confidently say that most graduates on this stage would agree. The teachers here really had an immense impact on the person I had become, and there are 3 teachers on this stage that I want to mention in particular: Mrs. Emily Gillis, Mrs. Allison Meyer, also known as Izzo, and Mrs. Kirsten Chalfant Adams. These 3 wonderful teachers have been with me every step of the way from my beginnings at PCA and are here with me on the stage today. I have such an abundance of admiration for them because I know from personal experience their desire to help others and to be a positive influence on students. They never gave up on me when others had, and they were there for me during some of my darkest moments, and for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You 3 play a big part in my story of struggle to triumph. Now, struggle and triumph can look differently for everyone, and I want to take a moment to say to all my fellow graduates on this stage that I am beyond proud of you for getting to where you are today. High school is a very difficult time for everyone. We're figuring out how to grow into ourselves while grinding out assignments and getting yelled at in the hallway by Troy on the daily. I'm sure at some point in the past 4 years that we've all dealt with some struggle, but you overcame them and you stand here today triumphant. As Thomas Paine said, the harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. What we obtain too cheap, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only that gives everything its value. I love the man that can smile in trouble, that can gather strength from distress and grow, and we have all grown. Some of you on the stage have been at PCA just as long as I have. Some of you have only been here since spring break. But we can all say PCA has met us where we are and helped us to evolve. The teachers have helped us to better our lives through education and relationships. Our triumphs would not be possible without our Izzos, Emilys, and Kirsies, because while those 3 have made this my home, I know each of us has connected with different teachers or staff. Although at times Troy may be the mean version of Santa Claus, we all know that we could go to him in any situation and he would support us in any way he could. Triumph will look differently for all of us. For me, triumph looks like a full ride to CSU. Some of us will be attending front range. Some of us will be attending Front Range, some of us will be working in internships, some of us will be going to trade school, some of us joining the military, and some of us will be joining the workforce. No matter what, as long as we do not allow the struggle to beat us down, we will continue to triumph. I hope you walk away from this stage today knowing that you have to work for your triumphs, but as long as you set your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. I know how corny that sounds, but you really have the power to make your life what you want. This triumph should be celebrated and marks a transition to adulthood for all of us, but that doesn't mean there will not be more struggle. What I hope you take away is that no struggle will be too much for you to overcome. You will always be able to come out triumphant like you are today. Congratulations to the Poudre Community Academy class of 2023, and I wish you all the best.
At this time, we're going to hear from one of our graduates who was chosen by the other graduates to give a speech. So we can invite up Taya Evans, who is going to share something with all of us. Taya.
To begin, I would like to acknowledge PCA as a whole. A place who is victim to rumors and stereotypes created by the judgment of students and people who have never felt the encouragement and fulfillment of our classroom, staff, and students. I owe PCA the biggest thank you for being here today, and I hope that many of you, regardless of how you landed here, have found security and serenity in our school as well. And to the graduating class of PCA, I would like to start by saying congratulations for being here today. As a voice for the majority, I can assure you that we have spent all the moments we've had hating school and spent years desperately aching for the final day. We spend our time in school counting down the weeks until no more early mornings, no more missing assignments, and no more dragging ourselves from class to class. Yet now, in the midst of our final goodbyes and sentimental endings, we find ourselves grieving those familiar hallways and classrooms, clinging on to our friendships that we aren't ready to let go of, and saying farewell to our beloved teachers who helped shape us into who we are today. To some students, school was home, a sanctuary, and to others, it was just a necessity, just a chore. But no matter who you are, where you come from, or what your goals are, it is important to take pride in the fact that you've persevered through all of the conflicts and challenges that you thought you'd never get through, because you are here today, standing taller than ever. Each of you deserve to be proud of your achievements and the hard work it took to get here. Graduating high school today is only the beginning of the rest of our lives, and that may bring feelings of anxiety or restlessness, but it is only because you know that you are destined for and ready for bigger and better things. And if you're anything like me, this change may hit you in scary and unfamiliar ways. Just this time last year, I was weighed down by self-doubt and academic insecurity. I had put a limit on what I was capable of achieving. I held myself to low standards and consistently abandoned my true potential. I find myself still carrying that doubt, even when I've proven to defeat the odds. Recently, in the excitement of my graduation, I have been asked about what my plans are for the future, what I'm moving on to, and with each time I hesitate for a moment to perfectly articulate an answer that satisfies the question, but also an answer that won't make them look at me like a fool for dreaming bigger dreams than I can carry. But then I realize it is not them selling me short that I'm afraid of, and it is not them who walk away with suspicion or uncertainty. It is me and my doubt that has lingered along with me ever since I was first told that I was not good enough. But I am here to tell you that if you have felt that same lingering fear of the unknown and fear of whether or not you're in control of it, that there is no such thing as unrealistic dreams. And you are not here to prove your worth to anyone, because you are worth more than your success and you are worth more than your failure. Whether you're here with a record of straight A's or you went through the process with passing grades, you are here and you are just as worthy as the person next to you. You deserve your place here today with your family and friends. Graduating high school is only a glimpse of what you're capable of. So be patient, embrace the beauty in the struggle, and remember life is not a race, nor is it a competition. Love what you love and love it fully, and with that you will find your purpose. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Okay. All right, well, now the moment we've been waiting for, we need to get up to the granting of the diplomas here. So first, Mr. Kingsley, as principal of Poudre Community Academy, I certify that these candidates have met the requirements set forth by the Board of Education and the state of Colorado and are indeed ready for graduation. I proudly present the Poudre Community Academy class of 2023 to you, sir.
This is exciting. Good morning. Can we give these PCA graduates another round of our applause? You know, before I jump into my speech, my name is Brian Kingsley. I'm humbled and honored to be the superintendent of the Poudre School District. And I just want to take a brief moment and look at these graduates. You know, as I had an opportunity to, like all of us, just listen to your principal talk about what Keenan referenced, the struggle. For some of you, it may have been homelessness, teen parenting, extreme anxieties. Could have been simply just making a mistake and not learning from it the first time. What makes this graduation unique, what makes you unique, is that the realities of life, while we may, as human beings, all be equal, the experiences that life throws at us are most certainly not equal. And all of you, rather than succumbing and falling down because of the struggle, decided to get back up, wipe yourself off, and move forward. Triumph is a choice. Keenan, your speech is going to resonate with me for a while. Taya, as you talked about seeing yourself as worthy, that's a choice too. You know, preparing to speak at this commencement speech, I've had the privilege of learning more about this class from some of your fellow graduates. I spoke with Hannah, Annabelle, Jose, and Taya. You know, what they shared with me about all of you made me even more excited to be with you this morning. There's three words. It's three words that I asked your classmates to think of to describe your class. And what those good people told me was that the PCA class of 2023 is that they are hardworking. Make no mistake, we all see that today. You're also focused on coming to school, doing the hard work in class, in your job, and in life, whatever it takes. You're also patient. Some people underestimate the amount of effort it takes to graduate from high school. You know, I've worked in public education for almost 25 years, and I can tell you that graduating from high school today is no easy feat. Each of you worked incredibly hard. You didn't give up. You were dedicated to getting here and finishing to this moment. You persisted through COVID, through remote learning, countless changes, and through it all, you were patient. And guess what? That patience led to triumph. As I reflect on what I heard and what I know of PCA, I think this school also stands for community and belonging. Hannah, where are you? There you are. You said you want others to know that places like this school exist. That's what you told me. Smaller schools like PCA are the spaces where you can feel seen, where staff and peers really listen to you. Feeling supported, empowered, and knowing that people believe in you make a difference. And I've heard that many of you experience that here. Each of you has your very own story, and you've overcome incredible individual challenges to get here. But going back to those three words, you're hardworking, you're focused, and you're patient. And Hannah, you know, you're a truth teller. As much as I personally hate labels, you said that a lot of students here were once labeled as bad kids, and that many people gave up on them. It's really easy in today's society for us to cancel one another, for us to discredit what we don't really truly understand. But what you want others to know is that those students, those young adults that are sitting to your left, to your right, behind you, that each of you strive to be better and want to make sure that your lives are fully put together. You're here because in many ways you've already done that. Congratulations to you. Annabelle, where are you? Hi, Annabelle. Annabelle, you said a lot of you are here because you wanted to make change and that teachers truly want to help kids who need a new start. Raise your hand if you came to PCA because you wanted to have a new start in your life. Raise your hand if someone at PCA helped you be successful at that opportunity. Staff, families who trust us with your children, thank you for what you do to make this scenario, this type of triumph, a reality. It's absolutely amazing. Can you give them a round of applause, please? You know, sometimes there's a misconception amongst adults that everything is handed to this generation and that this generation is lazy. I could tell you that that is so far from the truth. When given an opportunity to do good, your fellow graduates said, you do good, you don't give up, you rose to the occasion and in many cases surpassed expectations. You know, when I think about all of the things that you've accomplished, I'm incredibly proud of you. Being at PCA means being a part of a community that supports one another. You have and always will be a part of something larger than yourself. Never forget that. Along those lines, Hannah, you said you want your friends and families to know that you couldn't have done it without them. Taya, you added, when somebody believes in you, but you don't believe yet in yourself, that's what got me to this point. That's inspiring. It's powerful. You know, having lived and experienced as much as these young people have, You know, even as young adults, I believe that they are incredibly more wise beyond their years. You're much more mature than I was at 17 years old, I can tell you that. This was evident when Hannah and Taya, Jose and Annabelle told me, you know, what advice, I asked them a question, like, what advice would you give to your younger selves? And here's what they shared. Be kinder to yourself. You are your own worst enemy, and what you tell yourself is often worse than anything else anyone else would say to you. Appreciate what you have. That's what you said to me, Jose, because you can lose something and someone in just one day. Annabelle, you talked about the power of your voice to convey what you need and what needs to change, that there is power in the truth. And this one, I think we can all be reminded of this one. Taya, your advice was to listen to that feeling in your gut, that voice that's telling you that you are destined to and deserving of bigger and better things. Believe me, you are. As you sit here tonight, you are in a period of transition. You know, graduation in a way represents one end, but it's also the beginning of the rest of your lives. And in the years to come, I want you to continue to make a difference. So what impact do you want to have moving forward? If you're anything like Jose, his impact is he just wants to work incredibly hard and never give up. Maybe you're like Hannah and want to help kids feel seen the way that she's felt seen at PCA. Or you might have something in common with Taya, who enjoys helping others who find themselves just in a bad or dark place. Having been there herself, she wants others to realize and be empowered that there is a way out. There is honor and dignity in all of these options, and there are so many more. You know, whatever all of you decide, I know you'll have a big impact on our world, whether it's locally, statewide, or even globally. Each of you has a story. You've done hard things, you've learned from your mistakes, and you didn't give up. No matter where you started, just remember, you're here now. You've done it. You finished. We see you at the end, and we're going to celebrate you today. I want you to be proud of your perspectives, your experiences, and more importantly, I want you just to simply be proud of you. I know I am. I know we all are. I know that we're surrounded by a whole bunch of people that can agree, so let's give one last round of applause for the class of 2023. Congratulations. What a special morning. Principal Kratz, I am honored to accept the 2023 graduates of the Poudre Community Academy. Board of Education, President Pedersen, as Superintendent of the Poudre School District, I now present to you the PCA Class of 2023. Congratulations, y'all.
As President of the Poudre School District Board of Education, and on behalf of the entire Board of Education, it is my honor to confer diplomas on you, the PCA Class of 2023. Congratulations.
Start throwing some things away. All right, before we start handing out the diplomas, I wanted to take this opportunity to recognize those graduates who could not be here with us today, but who should be also celebrated as the class of 2023. So I want to read their names for the record since we are on live on YouTube. So these following students: Chance Barraza, Chloe Colapi, Hannibal Gebergzaber, Hugo Gomez, Lark Holden, Noah Lamarck, Brody Lott, Hillary Lugo Martinez, Ilea Marine, and Damian Stewart are all part of this class of 2023. All right, at this time, I would ask our guests and staff to form a line across the stage as we're getting ready to greet our graduates and hand out diplomas. So give us 1 second while we make a little adjustment here. So if we can come up and form the line.
Madison Marie Baker. Valerie R. Baker. Annabelle Ray Clement. Allie Ray Cleveland. Madison Elizabeth Cooper. Monica Noelia Diaz. Moses Camarillo Diaz. Gabriel James Duran. Urema Escobedo Villa. Taya Lene Evans. Jonathan Haciel Flores. Keaton Michael Folk. Hannah Elizabeth Friedman. Maurice Jervon Grimsley. Madison Elaine Hammer. Stephen Paul Harmer. Annika Jade Latham. Deja Amarige Linton. Davier Nasir Linton. Xavier James Little. Armando Irving Lopez. Savannah Marie Lucero. Faith Anne Marie Lundeen. Marcus Madrigal. Lillian Taylor Marshman. Guillermo Manuel Martinez Hernandez. Karen Brisiera Montancillas. Brianna Destiny Medina. Samantha Elaine Myers. Rosa Selena Miranda Martinez. Chloe Anne Marie Murphy. Isabel Ashlyn Murphy. Gavin James Nieder. Jesse Joseph Padilla. Madalena Marie Palumbo. Sophia Christina Payne. Silas Isaiah Perez. Caden Thomas Pisher. Efren Diego Polito. Carlos Andres Quiano. Mariana Linda Quintero. Harrison Todd Riley. Clarissa Consuelo Rodriguez. Anastasia Filomena Romero. Guadalupe Maria Romero. Fantasia Essence Marie Ruiz. Talia Nicole Ruiz. Grayson Paige Sampson. Jose Sanchez. Ariella Divinia Settlemeyer. Jesse C. Staley. Joshua Lee Tennis. Keenan O'Connor Thomas. Sonia Grace Tips. Angelica Jade Valley. Liliana Marie Valley. Ariel Dawn Valise Smith. Daryl Chaz Worrell. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Yes, once they finish. Just going to give them a second to get seated. So again, dead air, but hey, how about this group of young people right here? Right here. Cannot celebrate them enough. So they have definitely left a lasting mark on us, and we are going to miss them dearly. And in some of these cases, whole families have gone through the last few years, and we're graduating the last child. We're going to miss the families as well. So at this time, would the graduates please stand? Please move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the class of Poudre Community Academy class of 2023. Move them, go!